Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, today we are going to talk about African situation. How states, their conditions. A lot of African states were independent around 1960. Since then, how was it? That's the main question that everyone who is interested by Africa has to ask. Because it's 60 years that our states are independent, and at this time, our states would be like what we want, but it's not the case. Our states until today are poor. Our people are ill, a lot of disease, And I told you last time that the economic situation in our states is very bad, First, you can say that our people is working, but second aspect is the money is not controlled by our states. If you take the case of African countries speaking French, the money is made by French, and then France bring it to the Central Bank of West African states speaking French, Central African states speaking French, It means that in this system, the money is not Africa. The way is not Africa. It's French for French. It's not ours. And that's one aspect of why our states are poor and continue to be poor. The second aspect is what I told you last time. When I told you that 35% of the wealth of every African state speaking French is confiscated in the Bank of France, it means that African states are ruling with 65% of their wealth. And France is ruling with how many 35 of African states? You understand? That's why every day France is going up and African states are going down. And that problem should be resolved since a long time. But African presidents are afraid to talk to Paris to do what is real, what is the right, because they are afraid that France kills them. We have one case. The first guy who talked about the France CFA was killed by France. He was Sylvius Olympio in Togo, the first president of Togo. When he wanted to take his country out of the France CFA community, 1 month before going to Berlin, because Togo was an old colony of Germany before being a France colony after the defeat of Germany in the World War. And Olympio had chosen to put his money in the Bank of Germany. But 1 month before that, France killed him. And that's why since independence, since 60 years, no African president have talked about that. That's not normal. It means that by intimidating African people, France was stealing their wealth for 60 years. In African states, we have populations talking about. And, last month, some months ago, African presidents are talking about saying that now we'll hand the France CFA. But how many years they were waiting for? Or what they were waiting for, Because at this time, it means that 60 years of the life of our state has gone. And, for our people, it's 60 years of poverty, 60 years of disease, 60 years of jobless. Our youth are jobless. They have no work. Why is the time now? The money is for French community, French people, and they are developing their country. That means that, sure, that we have to stop it. We'll hand it. But I mean that African presidents of African countries speaking French are not doing what they have to do. Their duty is to lead their country, not to let another country taking the wealth of their country while their people are jobless. We have to stop that phenomenon. That's what African Renaissance say. We'll do what we can. And inshallah, we'll do it.